Hello, and welcome to the W.A.I.T channel. What Am I Thinking? A podcast where two sisters share uplifting conversations on fun and sometimes serious topics.
Join us each week by clicking the notification bell and subscribing to our channel. If you enjoy the show, use the share link. It's one of the best ways to expand the conversation.
Welcome to the W.A.I.T channel. What am I thinking? So welcome to part 2 on Reality Realness. Part 1, our focus was on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And in part 2, we're going to see what else we can cover. We're going to start with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And yes, I know they're not on right now, but guess what? The richness that they are in their bank accounts is the richness that they bring even off the air. They are still making news. So, Lori, tell us some of the updates on what's going on with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Wow. Okay. Aside from Erika, because she kind of consumes the news when it comes to that particular franchise, there's been something going on in the background with unfriending each other. Have you heard about that?
I have heard that Garcelle has supposedly unfriended Erika.
Right.
And what else?
Sutton had unfriended
Erika.
But I think she refriended her.
Well, we know that Garcelle and Sutton, the two newbies, are truly becoming good besties.
Right.
And so...
And apparently Garcelle's good friend has also joined the show, I believe. And she...
Okay.
This was...
Is it Cherie? Will's ex-wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes. So she's supposed to be joining the cast. And they say that they really are friends.
This would be her second reality show.
Yeah.
She was also on the Real Housewives of Hollywood or something like that. That used to be on... maybe I think it was VH1. I think. Yeah. So,
and I'm not
she's
sure.
not new to reality TV.
No. And apparently the women on The Real, because that's Garcelle's show, they're not too happy about what is going on with this Erika stuff.
Well, they mentioned something. I did catch it. I don't normally get to catch The Real, but I saw it. I think it must have been one day this week, Monday, whatever. And Lonnie mentioned something about Garcelle's birthday party and Erika coming up to her and
yes, okay, yes, I heard about that.
Yes, and trying to say who has been in her corner.
Yeah,
and she touches her skin and says, "Not these people," basically saying her white brothers and sisters haven't been holding her down like people of color have been behind her. And it's like they were like a little uncomfortable with the conversation. And, but I think one of the points that they also talked about some jewelry, I think some earrings or something that she has.
Right.
That
she had been gifted for her birthday, earrings that cost in excess of like $700,000.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were making the point that regardless of what the court says, why not? If you know it was ill-gotten gains that purchased this money, this jewelry, why wouldn't you just go ahead and give it back? And so I know for her, she's fighting tooth and nail for every dollar, has no idea how she's going to come out of this. And so, I can see it from both sides, but I would hope that I don't, and I have to tell you, I don't think she cares about the way things look. She's not worried about the appearance of things.
Well, we know PK and Mo had the conversation about that, and it is clear. I can get if that's the way you make your money. I get it. I really do. But like PK said, you can rebrand yourself.
Yes, and I have talked to you about ways in which she should just go ahead and eat it. Go ahead and make whatever deal you need to make with the courts.
Right.
Cooperate.
So you can move on with your life.
Yes, quit trying to see what the outcome is going to be and just throw yourself at the mercy of the court. And just like, even if, guess what? If they take everything you have, if you can hold on to your Real Housewives gig, keep somewhat of your name, you can rebuild. You have a brand still. But the more you hold on tooth and nail, you are damaging.
It's crazy because the season that she moved into her bungalow and her friend was helping her to decide how they were going to decorate the house. They were in a bedroom, and he said to her, "This bedroom is not large enough to house all of your things, not even your shoes." That was telling. And like you said, if she were to just rebrand, throw herself on the mercies of the court, have somebody come in, sell those clothes, sell those shoes. I'm sure.
Because guess what? That would be a great way to say, I had no idea what my husband was doing.
Exactly.
But I am looking at the funds that I legitimately earned myself. I would like to be able to hold on to that. And all these other things that I have no idea how that funding came to me, I'm fine with releasing that and letting go and starting over.
It says volumes about a person's character to do that.
And I know she feels like she's fighting for her life, and I know that fight is in her. I know she feels like to make it from where she did to Beverly Hills, and it's like she's like, I'm not trying to go back. But some humility, and I would love it if she did some research on people who had to start over, people who had to who lost their careers, people who lost everything.
Let her tell it.
That's where she is now.
That's where she is now.
But she's not, because if you were, then they wouldn't still be fighting over earrings. You know what I'm saying? So the tighter you hold on to it, the harder it's going to be.
So now my understanding is that she did consent to turning over the earrings.
My understanding was that it was...
Whether she did or actually didn't, I don't know.
Well, the last I heard, which hopefully yours is an update from that, was that they were with a neutral party. She had turned them in, and they were holding them until the courts made the decision.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was what my understanding. And I'm like, don't tie up the court with another. Just relinquish them. Just let them go. And I haven't seen $700,000, I don't think, in my life. But I want to believe that would give me more peace of mind to be able to let it go and move on. I want to believe.
I think about the Cartier jewelry that she has, and when they were in Dubai, and the things that were purchased. It's like it would be so easy for her to go ahead and sell a large part of those things. Here's is a cash amount. Can we resolve my end of this?
Yeah.
So that I can move on with my life.
And I'm telling you, the cooperation would go a long way in them probably, trying to sever her from these cases.
Right. Well, unfortunately, because that's not the route she's choosing to go.
Yeah.
They are refiling in California. So when the threads were popping up, how case has been dismissed, Erika, and
I'm sure that was a moment of hope from somebody.
I'm sure. People were probably thinking, "Oh, she's innocent," only to find out, no,
right,
that was just in that state.
But let's distinguish this from our Salt Lake City sister Jen. All of this stuff is civil.
Right.
There are no criminal charges at this time. Right. And for me, and now that I say that, part of her hesitation to cooperate civilly, because a lot of times after civil suits have happened, they can set down things that have been said.
Criminal cases
And that may be legal advice, may be telling her that if you admit to too much, you may open yourself up to some criminal charges. But my thing is, I'm not telling you to admit to anything. I'm telling you to say, what financial things can I do to make this go away from me? I did not know about this. And I think that should save her on both fronts. But part of why she's not selling, they could be telling her to, if she does, it could make her seem criminally.
But the unfortunate thing about that is to receive legal advice like that and to put yourself in the public eye. The two, they don't go hand in hand.
Yeah, they don't mesh well.
No, not at all.
And the other thing is, I pray she is still not allowing what's going on with Tom's team, and that they don't have any kind of a pinky finger connected to her legal strategy and her team.
I would find that so difficult to believe, because they're still very
intertwined.
Yes, there's still many people who believe that the whole divorce thing.
Are they legally divorced now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. His mental state, I don't know. I
don't know. But that it was all contrived. And if you look at the timing of everything.
True. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
You know, if he was doing all these things back when she first got on the show and she got that first check.
Yeah.
Even when she was performing and she got on the show, it's like, sister, you're making enough where you might not be able to live in this mansion that Tom is in.
Right.
So it's like she could have gotten out then.
But I kind of think she was kind of wedging her bets there and kind of thinking, how much longer does he have?
I don't believe she believed that it would come to this. And the one thing I believe that she said was true is when she sat at the table and said, I was in this for the long haul.
And I believe that too. I believe she was in it for the right reasons. I believe that it did go bad, and that she, there was the infidelity. I believe all that. And I believe that there was fear on her side of getting out of it because of who he was. And because of what happened to previous wives that they didn't fare so well. So however, the previous wives didn't have a Broadway show, didn't have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, didn't have ad campaigns with shoe store. She had a lot of other things going on that if she had said, I'm going to walk away, I'm just going to take my stuff, and it might have worked out okay, it might not have, but she wouldn't have been destitute.
She wouldn't have been destitute.
No. And it would have, she definitely waited too late to make the move, to make it seem like legitimate. Because to me, when you found out about the first affair,
but I feel
maybe even the second affair,
she probably felt in her situation, he's not beating me, I'm not being abused. He has been good
to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I
get it. It's a tough one. And I just wish that she was handling it differently. I'm not in love with the choices that she has made. I'm rooting for her. And I just want her to really re-examine. And
I kind of had to just really to step back from having any invested emotion or feelings. For sure. Because this whole situation, I personally don't feel it's being handled well.
I agree.
And when there's this darkness, and truth is being shrouded, and I know that you are participating in the shrouding of this. I can't be on your side because now it's like this grayness. Right. I don't know what's true and what's not true. So I would rather just step back. You do you. I'm not team Erika. I'm not against her. I'm not for her. Exactly. It's like you just do you, and I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm even going to watch them this year because I didn't like the way they treated Garcelle last season.
But that's why you watch, because you want to see now that she has another ally, see if that dynamic changes. Because for her and Sutton to be always on the out and feeling like, it's the I forgot what they would call the other four when they would be off doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting. I want to see that because.
Hey, wait a minute. Now, did you hear that there might be a tiny rift with Lisa and Erika?
No, I didn't hear that.
I didn't read the whole story, but apparently something recently has gone on between those two.
Okay, that will be it'll be interesting to see how. And you were telling me a little snippet about something with Dorit.
Well, at the end of last season, Dorit had not signed a contract.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So it was believed that she was not
because she didn't fare so well with
her story. She didn't have a good storyline. Number one, and people
she had
were
a
talking
lot of
about
faux pas as far as some racially inappropriate ways, things that she said, and her interactions with Garcelle.
Yes.
So
hollering at her at the table.
People were questioning whether she would return.
Well, she wasn't supposed to.
Wow.
Then her home gets burglarized, and
that's a story we want to follow.
And she would not participate with Bravo or
until
give
she was
them
under
information
contract.
Until she was under contract.
Okay.
So now she's back on the show. So I listened to some of the other podcasts on YouTube, and there is this story that's floating where they're questioning, was it real burglary or was it a setup?
Well, I'm going to believe that it was real, because to put your family in danger in that way, and with PK being out of the country, that is, I want to believe that people are not
that desperate.
Which yes, but I
However,
know. I
and that's why, I when I saw that, I thought, I don't even want to entertain that. She was at home with her children.
Right.
I just would not believe, and she loves her kids. She appears to be a doting and a present mother.
Very much so. From the beginning.
Yes.
From the beginning.
Yes, I wouldn't want to believe that. But I also know that she is an attention hog.
Yes.
And they love to be photographed. And she loves to have on the newest and the latest and from the head to the toe. And to have...
I wonder if her designer shine is going to diminish any.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And I've always been concerned about how much these reality people show.
Yeah.
I'm
sure all of them are reassessing. I mean, because she's not the only one. Kyle has been burglarized before, and she took a great loss.
And when they went to that auction house and she bought that Cartier ring, I'm like, did you not learn a lesson? I mean, honestly, I understand that a part of each show, especially Beverly Hills, is to show the opulence.
Very much Beverly Hills. Yeah.
But I don't think I would be showing...
Let's
go grocery shopping.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting to see if it changes. I don't think a shift happened after Kyle's burglary, other than she did supposedly get some great security put in via Teddy's husband. So it'll be interesting to see. So I'm not sure when they come back on, but like I said, the richness of Beverly Hills does not stop giving, even when they are off the air. So thank you guys for listening to our Reality Realness on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and all the shenanigans that's going on there. We don't know how much of it will be on camera, but we know they are filming, and we know that there's Team Garcelle and Team Erika. We don't know where everybody else falls, but it'll be interesting to watch, and we will love to keep you in the loop with Reality Realness here on the W.A.I.T channel as we share what we are thinking. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, like, and come back and continue this journey with us. Bye-bye.